Good evening, Graham Rawlins with our midweek edition of News Geelong. The Mayor of Geelong leads by example as he prepares for the 2012 Mother's Day Geelong Classic. And research into allergy-free eggs continues at Deakin University here in Geelong. From the world of Geelong sport, Mitch Scoop Cleary updates us with the latest, while from the weather world we'll bring you the Geelong and Surf Coast area weather forecast expected over the next 6 days. Youth and Police Initiative is an opportunity for local community police to increase their visibility and bring about positive changes in relationship with local at-risk youth. Debbie Meaney reports.
Support Link is a fabulous program keeping the youth out of trouble. Robbie Nogler, one of the senior constables here in Geelong, caught up with me and told me about this program. So Robbie, there's a great pilot program, would you say, here in Geelong?
Yeah, it's magnificent. It's called Support Link. It gives the police out on the road the opportunity to refer young people who may be at risk of entering the justice system. And if we can identify certain drivers, then we have the opportunity to refer these young people to a local youth agency to try and engage with those young people to try and rectify their wrongs, if you like.
So what ages are we talking and what happens after you've referred them?
We refer people between the ages of 10 up to 18. They have to be under 18 years of age. They are not allowed to be already in the justice system or part of the DHS, the Department of Human Services program also.
And tell me, what sort of statistics are we talking about with this intervention?
Since the Support Link's been available to the members down here in Geelong since October, and since that time we've referred approximately 130 young people, and out of that time for youth who are extremely good at what they do, we've been able to have a success rate of 95%, approximately 95%, so that all these people who have been referred are either not entering the justice system or not going back into the justice system.
So you're trying to right their wrongs. How are they involved in that process? What does that involve? Basically
what we do is we give Time for Youth as much information as possible in order for them to engage with the young person. Then they meet one-on-one with these particular people with their parents or guardians as well. Just basically talking to them and identifying what sort of drivers may be evident that may lead them astray and trying to rectify those particular things.
And so you obviously engage with Time for Youth and the youths themselves. Is there another way that perhaps people can get involved if they feel they need to, if family members are concerned?
I get quite a few phone calls about concerned parents saying, oh, my son might be doing this or my daughter might be doing this. If that's the case and there's no direct police involvement, they can by all means contact me at the police station at Geelong on 52 253 225, and I'm more than happy to talk to them and then refer them on after that.
Excellent. Well, it's a great concept, and keeping them out of trouble and keeping everybody safe is fabulous.
Magnificent, yeah, that's right. And unfortunately, the youth of today, they may not have those options available to them, and we don't want them to enter the justice system. So we can do whatever we can to try and lower those stats about as far as youth crime is concerned.
At the Geelong Police Station, this is Debbie Meaney for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. Artists working in a variety of media have drawn inspiration from the romantic and evocative aspects of ancient architecture ruins, as Ian Nichols reports from the Geelong Gallery.
Well, once again we're at the Geelong Art Gallery for something very exclusive to this gallery. It's called In Search of the Picturesque, Architectural Ruins in Art, and we go from Europe to Australia. And behind me you can see the famous Russell Drysdale painting, Hill End, which was painted in 1948. But to get the real picture, we're talking with the gallery's director, Jeffrey Edwards. Well, Jeffrey, this is a major exhibition exclusive to Geelong.
It is, Ian, just at this gallery, and there are extraordinary old master and some modern master paintings and prints that tell the story of the fascination that artists have, scholars have, novelists have had, archaeologists have had with looking at the remnants of great ancient civilizations as revealed in architectural ruins.
Well, we go from Europe right back to Australia. Cover a lot of ground with this, don't we?
We do. I mean, the exhibition with great paintings by some of the foremost 17th, 18th and 19th century artists who have depicted the romantic ruin, have depicted classical ruins, Egyptian ruins, Gothic, Northern European ruins over time as romantic evocative or allegorical subjects. Many of them, of course, speak to us in the ruins of the passing of time, of the fleeting quality of life, of the folly of vanity and so forth. And then we have, concluding the exhibition, a small display of work by Australian artists who have looked at picturesque ruins, Russell Drysdale and Margaret Olley being two of the prominent artists of that kind.
Well, you wouldn't have to be a Rhodes Scholar to know that this is a very expensive exhibition, priceless in fact, I would suggest.
It is. It's been a year and a half, almost 2 years in the making, and galleries and libraries, state galleries and national galleries and libraries around the land have lent some of their most valuable old master paintings. For example, the greatest painter, probably, of architectural ruins, of classical ruins, the French painter who lived in Italy for many years, Claude Lorraine, or Claude, as we shall call him. Claude, we have two beautiful works by Claude, one from Adelaide, very rare, very valuable, and they show the Forum in Rome, and a smaller work by Claude Lorraine from National Gallery Victoria that shows the famous Temple of the Sibyl just out of Rome. And Claude is really the artist who really clothes all his images in a golden mellow light. He's really the artist of Arcadian vista, where everything we see is serene and positive and leisurely, kind of like our own daily lives, really, Ian.
Geelong Art Gallery for Architectural Ruins in Art. This is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The days of nervous parents being concerned about their anaphylactic children consuming egg white may soon be over, thanks to groundbreaking research being undertaken by Deakin University in collaboration with the CSIRO in Geelong and the Poultry Cooperative Research Centre. Debbie Meaney has more.
Deakin University, in association with the CSIRO, has some very exciting news, talking about switching off the allergens in eggs and making it safe for those with allergies to live a safe and healthy life. I spoke with Associate Professor Cenk Sofioglu here at Deakin University.
It's great news for parents who have children that suffer from egg allergy, because obviously this is a problem with young children, infants, which mostly they grow out of, and it's very rare with adults. So I'm actually very excited that it's going to benefit down the track those parents who are actually quite nervous about the uncertainty of this severe allergy. Now, our work is very exciting because it brings together two research nodes, Deakin being one, us, which we will be looking at removing removing the allergenicity of the allergens at the molecular level. And the second node, once we've actually done that, will be CSIRO here in Geelong, Animal Health Laboratories and Poultry CRC.
Okay. And we're talking about the proteins that you're looking at specifically.
So, egg white has about 40 proteins. Out of those 40 proteins, 4 of them are major allergens. So what we're actually going to do at Deakin is, at the molecular level, essentially turn the baddies into goodies, baddies being allergens, and we're actually going to slightly modify them at the molecular level to make them goodies. So obviously they're not going to be no longer allergenic, which is referred to as hypoallergens. Once we actually achieve that, then these will be taken to our colleagues at CSIRO, and they will actually be replacing or switching off the baddies in the egg and then replacing them with the goodies, which are the non-allergenic variants.
So does that mean that they will then become chickens that lay special non-allergy eggs?
Absolutely. So that's the aim, to have chickens that will produce non-allergenic or allergy-free eggs. So it's a very novel technology, especially with coming from our colleagues at CSIRO, to actually be able to achieve that, and then we'll have something that would be useful for not only for human consumption, but also for vaccine production.
And any sort of time frame? When are you looking at hopefully having this on the market and available for people?
Good question. We usually like to say 5 to 10 years. It might be even sooner for vaccine production, but there is a lot of hard work to get there, and we are hopeful that we will have hopefully something within 5 to 10 years.
In Deakin University, this is Debbie Meaney for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. As we go to a break on this midweek edition of News Geelong, don't forget you can Twitter us on our Twitter account @NewsGeelong31 with your thoughts and comments. We'll return with more news after this.